Today we'll be taking a look at the Casio G-SHOCK watch, the GBD-200 watch. All right, so this one is the positive display version, and keep in mind this is a watch designed for fitness, but if you're not into fitness and you just want this watch here in particular because it looks cool, then still go for it. But hopefully at the end of this video, you will be able to decide whether or not this is the one for you or another watch. All right, just so you know, there's gonna be an app for this watch, and Casio has their own unique watch app. So yeah, now starting off with the box itself, I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. G-SHOCK watch here, and the model number for this one is the 1A1DR. Okay, so it's going to be GBD-200 1A1DR. Now, just so you know, this one I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe came out in 2025, maybe. Then we also have the negative display ones that just looks awesome, and I just had to get myself at least 2 of the negative ones for as much as I can afford. And speaking of afford here, each one of these, we got this one here with the green transparent part here. This one was about $140 when I purchased it, brand new, and there's an eBay seller that I got mine from here. And this is the other one here. This is the all black one here, and negative display. I actually got this one for $120, brand new, from eBay once again, and from eBay once again. This one around was $150. It was $149.99. I was in the Florida Mall checking out some shops there, and anybody that had this one here was asking $250 plus, and that's just way too much at the time for me. So, but this is the positive display one. One thing to note, being that these two are, this one here, they're both with the black transparent part here, but the strap colors here is actually, you can't really see it in the video, but there is a slight difference in the dark gray area. This one is rather more dark gray versus this one being more on the black gray part, right? But it's a subtle noticeable difference in the color of these here. Okay, so if you were wondering about that, that's that, okay? We'll go through the features of the watch in a moment, but this is something I usually don't do, but for the sake of a review, hey, this is what we're looking at in width and inches and centimeters here. Okay, so it's about like 1.5 inches, and we're looking at around like 4.5 centimeters there. Okay, same on this side here. You know, just in case you were wondering about the size of it, you were wondering about like whether or not it's just gonna look big on your hand or what. I guess this is the depth of it here. We're looking at least like 1 centimeter, like 1.2 or so. And then with the inches, I'd say like 3/4 of an inch or so here. Back is stainless steel. You get the model number. By the way, when you're registering your watch on the app, you're gonna need this number here. That number is actually very unique. Okay, so we got 4 buttons here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a light button, a dedicated button for the light only. And if you love these big buttons for lights only, then hey, high five to you, because I sure do love it. So we're gonna get something like this here. Give me a second, let me make this place a little darker. I'll turn off this light here so we can actually get an idea of the brightness. And let me tell you, these lights, these are really good lights, okay? You cannot say you can't see it, okay? Now, when we're talking about materials here, this is all resin material here. Even the site states it here. You can check the site out for yourself here. And it's a resin band. It's shock resistant, 200 meter water resistant G-SHOCK watch, by the way. And it's going to give you that Bluetooth connectivity. There is a tiny little icon right up here to the top left area. That's going to be there when your Bluetooth is on. I'll show you how to get that on in a moment. And we got a few more other things. You know, the battery life is gonna be that CR2032. And depending if you have your Bluetooth on all the time connected to the watch, you're receiving notifications, that's gonna drain the battery, and you'll probably get about 1.5 years or maybe less, and you'll just have to buy yourself a new battery eventually. However, this is and is not a tough solar watch, by the way, okay? It's not. So if you're thinking it was tough solar, it's not. It's not the rechargeable ones. And just a little secret, I don't really like tough solar watches, especially when they die, because I don't really use them all the time like that. I had one that died not too long ago, or shall I say the battery just died, and it was man, I was scared. I paid almost $300 for that one, and I kept it out like right direct sunlight, and it took about almost 2 days for it to finally turn back on. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? But other than that, it's got some tracking functions. Again, this is actually a fitness watch, by the way. So we'll cycle through the modes here for now. Workout here, stopwatch here, activity. If you're connected to your phone, you're gonna get these. And if you're gonna be annoyed by that, I'd say avoid the app and connectivity at all costs, okay? Over here, we got these here once again, days, tracking, all that stuff there. And then we got the 2 types of times here, the dual times here. And then, okay, and then we got the big one here. This you're gonna see in a moment in another part of this video, it's easy to read outdoors, direct sunlight, all that stuff here. I'm gonna show you one of the worst things about this here. You're gonna start your time here, and then we're gonna stop it, okay? And it's gonna ask if you wanna, like, resume, save, or delete. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this here. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna delete, all right? I'm gonna press this button here, okay? And look at this. That's, I mean, you can still see the time up here to the top right, but to say please wait like this for so long, we might be on the go here, bro. I mean, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And this is something the same with these older models here, and I thought when they released this one here with the positive display, I thought they were going to fix that, but it's not. They didn't fix it, okay? We got the back here. This one doesn't really do nothing unless you're going back here, and this one here is just that there, okay? Now there are other settings on this watch that you can access, and it is holding down of this button right here, the one that says DISP. I think that's what it says. Hold it down. It's about like 2 to 3 seconds, and you're gonna get this menu option right here, all right? And you can go up and down with this up, this down, and this is your select button, okay? So just so you know that, all right? So if you don't have your guide, it would be up, down, and select, okay? So I'm gonna go down, and I'm gonna show you when you go down past all this here, to connect your watch to the app after you have the app installed, you wanna press the pairing by selecting this here. So when you do that, you're gonna get this here, connect or unpair. So if you had your watch connected, you can go down to the unpair option. And if you wanna connect it for the first time, you're gonna go there. I'm gonna tell you right now, the app is gonna give you a lot of prompts, and you're gonna have to go through a lot of selecting agree, setup. You must set it up with emails and all that stuff there. So if you're not ready to do that, just don't do that. And again, this is your back button. So you can go back, all right, if you wanted to go back. All right, mine is set up, and it seems like if you are quite a distance, unlike, like a regular smartwatch here, it's gonna disconnect much faster than usual here. So let's go into the app. This is the app here. And you see, like, it was connected a while ago, and now it's gonna say checking and all that stuff there. But just to be brief, if you're interested in the app here, when you get the app, it's gonna be like this here. You're gonna go to the My Watch area here where you can add a watch. And that's the time when you go to, as I showed you with the Bluetooth, sync it, connect it. And there was an update. I didn't do it because it says like 30 minutes, and I really wanted to do this video while I had the momentum building up, all right? But you're gonna get like a detail of what your activity is here. So each one of these here, when you tap on it, it's gonna take you here and give you like, calories burned, steps taken, all that stuff here. But I didn't wear this watch today. I just did it for the sake of the review. I got a comment there from someone, and I was like, all right, if that's what you guys wanna see, hey, why not, all right? But you got My Watch here, you got the home page here again. And the app name, if I didn't show you that yet, all right, it's this one here. So if you have Android phone, it's going to be that on the Google App Store. Before going outdoors, to give you an idea of this G-SHOCK watch, I want to quickly compare it to give you some dimensions and weight feelings to it, okay? So that you can have a better idea of what to expect if you decide to buy it or not, all right? So you can see the buttons here. You got that resin plastic button here, where these are chromes here. This model here in particular, this is like similar to the DW56 ones here. It's a 5600 RS. This is the one that has that rose in the background. Really awesome watch. Check out the video on that one there, okay? But it's got some weight to it, and compared to this one here, this feels lighter than this one here, even though it's bigger. All right, maybe something's wrong with me here, but it does. All right, I mean, yeah, it really does. This one feels heavier. It's not by a long shot, but it does. Then we got the original, not original, but like the most affordable G-SHOCK DW5600 model here. The original, the cheapest one, I should say, not original, right? The one that ends with the UE. This is very light. And if I want to say how light compared to this here, not much of a difference. I'd say the only thing, because of the width of this here being wider, it's going to feel like it's heavier, but it's not. And you can see here on the wrist, it's going to look like this. Okay, you see how my wrist is, right? And then when I put this one on here, it's going to look like this here, all right? Smaller design, time's going to be smaller, all that stuff here, but it's feeling lighter and less bulky, shall I say? All right. So, but this one's gonna have that bulkier feel to it. So if you're not into the bulkier feel, like for example, like when I do this with my hand, you barely feel it here. But being that this one is wider, and I want you to see all this here, so it really gives you a feel for it. It's gonna be touching more like that. And if that's something you don't like, then I'd say stay away from this watch here. Easy to read, definitely easy to read watch, okay, other than all of that stuff there, all right? And the materials are just about the same, the resin and all that. I know I said that already. And you're gonna get that little transparent piece here, which feels rather more plasticky. And I think if heat gets to this here, it'll get sticky. There's some plastic materials out there that if heat is on it for a while, it's gonna get sticky. you're gonna feel that. And I noticed it with this one here because I had this one for almost a year now, and it's it's not that noticeable, but I can feel a sense of tackiness on it from it because I try to keep my watches in the cool area. Also, you see how in here is, it's also connected there too, that clear piece there, okay? Taking the G-SHOCK GBD-200 outdoors, you can see its strong selling point, which is that beautiful positive display, easy to read, whether in sunlight area or direct sunlight. It is easy to read. From a distance, from an angle, you can still see the time. And believe me when I tell you this, you're going to get some compliments, especially those who know about watches. They're going to ask you about this one here. So if you're into fitness or not, and you just want something easy to read, something feel light on the wrist, and just on the go, no need to recharge or any of that stuff, this is definitely one to consider. And as I said, check online before going into any of your malls or local stores. You can possibly grab these for under 200 bucks. And that is just so awesome. And me personally, if there was another darker color strap, I'd go for it. Like and sub. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and thanks for watching.